This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories.
And welcome to my review of the Emperor's Throne Room Lego set. This is based off of Return of the Jedi and is a $100 diorama set from earlier this year. This set has some incredible builds, incredible figures, and some incredible pieces. So let's go straight into it and look at it. Starting off, we have our figures. And the one with the least amount of changes is Darth Vader. Vader has, once again, the amazing dual molded arms, his red lightsaber, printed legs, and a newer head print for him being unmasked. I think this was with the TIE Bomber set also from earlier this year. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. And yeah, honestly, he looks pretty cool. And is a nice inclusion, but you'll usually have the helmet on, so on the surface he looks like your typical Vader. And now we have Palpatine with a slight change, with his eyes just fully being one color. And honestly, I don't like that as much. I do prefer the older Palpatine with the pupils in them. But still, the figure does look really nice with the printing. He has a more neutral expression on one side and more of an angry expression on the back. He has a newer hood piece on him. And he has 2 lightning bolts, which you can hide inside the set, which I will show later. The final and best figure of this is Luke Skywalker, who includes this brand new hairpiece. He has a smile and a frown. I would have really liked if they gave him an expression specifically for the set for him to be electrocuted by Sidious. Although that would only be, for this set. I think it would have been a really cool inclusion. And yeah, honestly, a really nice figure and great inclusion. Just wish that they kind of included that electrocuted face. But the new hairpiece is really great. Now, moving on to the build of it. We're going to take a look at it. And the first thing it has, when you look at the front, is the LEGO Star Wars logo, a quote, "I am a Jedi like my father before me," which Luke Skywalker says right before Palpatine goes off a Force lightning on him. And this 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi black, which does look nice, but if you do want to remove it, you can. You can pop it off. And then, although it's easier to use a piece remover, so I'll show. If you take a piece remover, after you pop off the little thing, because that blacks it, you can easily pop these off. And taking his Return of the Jedi black, you can pop it off and place this on here to cover it up. And then you can obviously place the plaque back on and keep it there. And just for at least the look, so you don't have to see this black popping out of the metal, which I usually do keep on because this is an incredible piece. But if you want this to be in line with the other ones of this, you can keep it like this. So I'm going to keep it like this just for now. And we can take a look at it. First, you have these 2 little control stations. I don't remember exactly what they're meant to be, but they're nice inclusions. And although they don't include it, I do have 2 extra Royal Guards from the battle pack from a while ago. This is like 2014, I think, which you can place to have them be guarding Palpatine, which I think is a nice little inclusion. And they could have been included in the set just so you could get 5 minifigures for the price, since 3 for $100 is kind of low. But I'm not fully complaining. I still think it's a nice inclusion to have. Just the figure's important to the scene, but the Royal Guards are a nice inclusion also. If we take a look over here, you can pop this little area off, and that is just meant for storage of the Force Lightning pieces from Palpatine. And you just simply place them on these blue clips, putting this one down and facing this up. You can go and have it like this, and simply just place this back over so you can put Palpatine on his throne. And looking at it, it's a pretty simple build in front. Just has the steps with no real way to have the characters stand on them. And then going up to here, you have his throne, which does look really solid. It's a great build for his throne, and does look incredible. It looks a lot better than previous versions, which really didn't have too much detail in them, and especially didn't have the purple backside of it. I am looking at the 2014 or 15 version of the set right now, which I do have because it is a little bigger and gives you more completion look at the scene, but this is such a better improvement because although it is a smaller area, it gives you such a better look. And the throne obviously can turn around 360, and you can place Palpatine in it. So he is waiting to welcome Luke, and you have him turn around in it. And yeah, you might think that it's pretty simple, but the build for at least this part is really nice. It is a little shaky here because it's the way it's connected. It isn't perfectly connected. You could knock it off if you do pull on it, but as long as you're keeping using this way like it's intended to, you're really not going to mess around with it. Sorry that's a little jump cut. I just saw my face was being reflected in the backside, so put some stuff on so I don't have it covered up. But as I was saying, the backside is really has the impressive build. And back here you have this incredible design showing off the back of the throne room, where you have all these window pieces going around and holding this piece in place. These are held in through this bendable piece here, and I know there's one more I'm trying to, and this bendable piece back here. They bend around to make the curve. You know, there are these little gaps in the window. It's not a perfect circle. It still does look incredible and is the best part of it. You can see they have these little pieces down here which are helping to secure the build. And it's pretty empty at the bottom. You can see where the lightning is stored down there. But yeah, honestly, this is truly an incredible set. And if you want to wait for it to be a little cheaper than $100, I'm sure it will be. I'm not sure if it currently is right now. But of all the diorama sets, this is definitely the best one for its look, and it definitely has a great minifigure inclusion, although the figures are limited. As I said, these two Royal Guards would have been nice inclusions, just to give you a little more, because if you go for like around $20 less, you can get the $20-$30 less, I don't remember exact price, but you can get the one from the Death Star's trash compactor, where you get every major named character from the original trilogy besides Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Lando. And that's a great minifigure for the minifigures and price. But for its look and design, this is definitely the best one. Just wish they included a few extra figures, but the ones they included were incredible. But yeah, honestly, I don't know what you think, because I really do like this set. You obviously just place the figures in positions, and I'll usually have the real guard standing over here. And the one thing I kind of wish it did have also was kind of maybe a little curve at one point to represent the reactor shaft, or at least have it go far enough out to have the reactor shaft will be included, is I think that would make it just look so much better. And you could have it there, just a small hole in the set, not intended for Palpatine to go down like in the other version, but I think that's just such an iconic part of it that it should have been included. But still, it's really great overall, and I do want to know what you think. Please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories.
Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.